Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I'm an alcoholic through and through, and today, by the grace of God, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I could not be any more grateful. We want to welcome you to this platform, regardless of what your addiction may be. You are absolutely 1,000% unequivocally welcome here. We support your pathway, all pathways to recovery, and whatever your pathway looks like, we don't care. We're just glad you're here. We're here to help. And we want to make sure that it works for you. Last night's crosstalk meeting was incredible. Everybody showed up. If you're watching, thank you guys for coming out last night. It was awesome. And at one point I got up and went to get some coffee and I came back. And as I was walking back, the entire room was discussing this one single solitary topic. And it was just back and forth. I mean, I felt like I was watching a Wimbledon match or pinball machine. You know, it was awesome. It was just so spiritually rewarding to participate in that meeting. If you're local to the Huntington, West Virginia area, I want to encourage you, make the drive. If you're in a driving distance, make the drive. You will not regret it, I promise. And plus, you'll get to hang out with a bunch of like-minded drunks and drug addicts, all trying to get and stay sober. With that being said, one of the topics came in last night that I want to talk about today as well was staying stopped. And before I go any further, let me say this. I'm speaking about my alcoholism because I can't speak about my drug addiction. Drugs were never a problem for me. All right. So I'm not trying to push AA or NA or anything like that at all. I'm just speaking from my own personal experience. I know folks that I work with, some of the guys I work with, they're drug addicts. They're able to make that correlation. I'm able to switch those words around. So if I say alcohol and you're a drug addict, just switch them, right? So again, I want to reiterate, I'm not trying to push any ideology or any indoctrination, nothing like that at all. I'm just sharing my own personal experience. Staying stopped. I never had a problem drinking. Matter of fact, I could pick up that bottle of Wild Turkey or Jack Daniels or whatever, and I could drink just the perfect amount, pour just the perfect amount down my throat to where I didn't get choked. I was great at drinking. I was great at stopping. I could look at my watch and go, oh, it's almost 1 o'clock. I got to take my kids to the doctor's appointment. And stop long enough to get my kids to the doctor's appointment safely and come back. My problem was staying stopped. My problem was once I stopped, I couldn't stay stopped. That was always my problem. And before I came into the rooms of AA, I came into the rooms of AA back in like 2013 or 14, somewhere in that ballpark. And I walked in, they mentioned this God thing, and I was like, that God from my childhood, he hated me. He wanted nothing to do with me. So I split, and I became what they call a dry drunk. I was sober for 4 years, and sure, my life got better because I wasn't drinking, right? Sure, I was able to make new experiences and new memories with my family and my friends. I was able to develop meaningful relationships, absolutely. But then I relapsed, and I relapsed hard in 2017. And by early 2018, I was back on the bottle full time. And it just progressively got worse. And every time I'd quit, I'd stop. And I'd be like, oh, see, I'm good. I've done good. I've got 30 days under my belt. See, I've learned how to master my drinking. I've learned how to control my drinking. Again, I never had a drinking problem. I had a stay and stop problem. I had to stay and stop. I couldn't stay stopped. Again, I could master my drinking. I could pour just enough down my throat to not choke myself, right? To not gag. But every time I would stop, I'd always go back. Time and time again, I just couldn't stay stopped. And so you coming in the rooms, when I come back into the rooms in July of 2021, I felt ashamed. I felt, man, I can't believe I blew 4 years. I wasted 4 years. And I just had this conversation the other day with a drug addict, actually. I relapsed and I had so much time and I just pissed it all away. Well, I look back to my own personal experience. Yeah, I relapsed at the end of 2017. But I didn't piss all that 4 years away. Matter of fact, I remember clearly the relationships and the memories that I made, the relationships that I developed. I remember the experiences that I had in those 4 years. What I don't remember per se is the shitstorm that began again whenever I got drunk. See, I don't remember the time from whenever I started drinking again to July 2021. I don't remember a whole lot about that, other than I just felt like a piece of shit and I was worthless and I had no purpose in life. That's all I remember that period. So if you've relapsed, you might be thinking to yourself, man, I can't believe I wasted 4 years. I can't believe I wasted 6 months. I can't believe I just pissed away 18 months or whatever the case may be. I'm here to tell you, one, you didn't piss it away. You didn't waste anything. Because if you can remember back, if you can go back to that 18 months or that time period where you were clear-headed and sober, you didn't piss anything away. If anything, you still have those memories. You still have that experience. We were sharing about this last night even. Just because I relapsed at the end of 2017 didn't automatically erase the 4 years of experiences and hope that I had gained in that time frame. Didn't automatically erase it. Doesn't mean I can't refer back to it now, right? See, I'm only 2.5 years sober. If I'm counting the days. But see, that's the key. I'm not in the business of counting the days that I've been sober. I'm in the business of counting on today to be sober. And that's the point I want to stress to you today. You may relapse, and it's not required in recovery, but it does happen. It can be part of your story. It doesn't have to be, but it can be part of your story. If it does, don't feel ashamed. Don't feel guilty because you pissed away 3 years of your life, 3 years of your recovery. That's still experience that you can draw on. That's still hope that you can pull from and give to somebody else. Just because you started over counting your days, who cares? See, we say this all the time. No one of us have lived today ever before. So we're all experiencing today exactly at the same time. I don't have a leg up over anybody else on living today because I never lived today. I'm living it just as you are, right? So does it really matter if I'm 2 months sober or 2 years sober? No, because we're all living today at exactly the same fucking time. Exactly the same time. And the hope and the experiences that you gained from that time that you were sober, even though you might have relapsed, that hope and experience you can still share and you can still draw upon even now. And that's what I want to encourage you today. Stop counting the days that you're sober, you're clean. Granted, again, you want to use it as a guide. I get that because I did that too. But I stopped counting the days that I've been sober, and I started counting on today to be sober. And that's what I want to leave you with today. Today's a day. Whether you've relapsed and you're 3 days sober, and you're coming off, you relapsed and you were 4 years sober like I was, and you relapsed and you're 2 weeks sober now. Congratulations. We're just glad you're back. We're glad you're trying again. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters, at least to me, is that I make it to the end of my day drawing a sober breath. When I lay my head down on my pillow and I go to sleep at night, I am drawing a sober breath. I want to go to sleep rather than pass out. I want to wake up rather than come to. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much clean time, how much sobriety time I have under my belt. It doesn't matter how much time I wasted those 4 years, which I didn't waste. It doesn't matter. What matters is today. And all I need to focus on is making it to the end of my day, drawing a sober breath. And that is how I have been able to stay stopped. I've connected with my higher power. I've connected with like-minded individuals who support me, who call me out on my bullshit. They hold me accountable and they keep me honest. That is how I stay sober. Instead of counting my days, I just count on today to remain sober. With that being said, I will let you guys go. Thank you guys once again for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be more appreciative. Again, thank you guys last night for the Crosstalk meeting. It was awesome. Speaking of Crosstalk, tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we will have our Crosstalk online Zoom meeting. Again, we're still making this shit up. We have no idea how the hell to do this because Crosstalk is a whole different meeting. So we're not even sure if we can do it the way we want to, but we're going to try. That's how we are. Progress, not perfection, right? I'll let you guys go. Hope you guys have an absolutely kick-ass Saturday. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.